By the way, I've been meaning to ask you something. I just remembered as I saw the closed doors of the movie theater.
What is it? I hope you're not adding something new to my responsibilities.
Why did you stop the weekly film screenings there?
Because we couldn't get the money to buy a new player. Also, the neighbors aren't very sociable. It's hard to get them all together at the same time.
I remember you had a collection of the best 35mm films. Let's set it up again. I love old technology.
A friend of mine borrowed them and never gave them back. It ruined our friendship.
Why don't you go to his house and ask for your films?
I'm over it now. No time for old films. But if you want them so much, why don't you go yourself? Take this road straight up until you get to the square. His house is one of the first houses. It's got a blue door and there's a large sign hanging on its wall.
Oh, you again. Well, at least you've hidden those bloody eyes of yours behind shades.
Don't worry. I know everything. I know you can't sleep anymore since you saw me that night underneath your bed, and you can't tell anyone. Someone who doesn't remember her own name and sees an invisible old man will end up in the madhouse.
You trapped me. How can I get rid of this insomnia?
Your sleep is tied to mine. As long as I'm awake, you're awake. But worry not, a sailor who stared into the horizon so long that her eyes have turned into the color of the sunset can endure much more than this.
Doesn't seem very logical. Maybe I would have... Funny idea, but maybe later. If it wasn't for this elephant that vanished one night from the zoo without a trace, maybe our town's name would have never gotten into the newspapers. After breaking into the house, I'd better not touch anything before meeting the owner. The china reminds me of my grandmother's house. After breaking into the house, I'd better not touch anything before meeting the owner. Order is the only thing you can't see in how this place is organized. Hi. Hope I'm not intruding. The door was open. I was wondering if...
Of course. Come in, my dear. But of course you're not intruding. After all, we know each other.
We do? Oh yes. You own the restaurant on 20th Street.
Yes, that's right. I lived a very different life back then. Did you know that I employed over 30 people in that restaurant, and I only ever met 2 of them? The young man I made manager, and...
Me? Wow. Yeah, I remember. Actually, I remember the day I met Yuel. It was my 20th birthday. So it was 5 years, 4 months, and 2 days ago.
25. Wonderful. I remember you didn't want to get any smarter.
You still have a good memory. Intelligence was the only thing I was sure of in myself back then.
I knew you were very smart from the first moment I saw you at the door holding a tray. I'd like to test you. May I?
Sure. I'm curious how I'd score. It's been a while since I had to be smart.
When I retired, I picked up this hobby of connecting things together and making strange stuff. See this noisy TV? With a secret code, you can connect it to the global TV network of 100 years ago.
Are you kidding? There was no TV 100 years ago.
Don't doubt an old man who's got a death ticket in his hand. TV or not, the waves are still floating in the air.
Maybe you're right. Let me have a closer look at your inventions.
Come on, girl. Don't you want to see what people used to watch 100 years ago?
If this wasn't about testing my own abilities, I would have given up by now. They must have been a rich family to have their portraits painted. Snow in a war zone. What else could go wrong? I love the feel of this painting. I think I can form some words from the letters on the box. The solution is on the bookshelf? What should I be looking for on the bookshelf? There's nothing scarier in this world than a bald and blind doll. The evidence shows the resident of this place has tried anything and everything to become an artist. Order is the only thing you can't see in how this place is organized. Order is the I should probably match these in a certain way. I love the feel of this painting. Doesn't seem very logical. Maybe I would have done it the old days.
Come on, girl. Don't you want to see?
If this wasn't about testing my own abilities, I would have given up by now. Oh, the threads revealed the teddy bear. Looks like I have come close to solving the dilemma. My old sister's only cut paper now. I feel like there's something under the teddy bear's belly. I wouldn't mind trying this if I found a keyhole. It might come in handy someday. The keypad is not functioning right now. Innocent, inanimate eyes. Are you trying to tell me something? Innocent, inanimate eyes. Looks like I need a key to make the buttons work. Those eyes could be holding the answer somehow.